Donkey Kong Bananza is an upcoming game for the Switch 2. It looks like it's inspired by Super Mario Odyssey, but Donkey Kong flavored. It even has platformer segments that look an awful lot like the original Donkey Kong Country, which of course got me to thinking, yeah, but what would it look like if it were actually on the Super Nintendo? So I went through and I did that. I drew Donkey Kong, his new little buddy, Oddrock, put him in a little world, and I did also draw the spoiler character who has already been leaked. I'll give you a warning before we get to that point, so if you don't want any spoilers at all, you're good, you'll know well before we get to that point. Otherwise, hey, let's go. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Robinson of Robinson Pixels. I'm really excited for this one because I love Donkey Kong Country, and I have for the past a week or two. I gave my wife this list of Super Nintendo games, like all the big classics that I have not gotten around to playing just yet, and I asked her which one to play. She said, Donkey Kong Country? And so, I started playing it, and the next day Nintendo announced Donkey Kong Bananza. So yeah, let's get into this thing. All right, so we got Donkey Kong here. This is his original sprite from Donkey Kong Country. This is the one that was, of course, made by Rare, who at the time I believe was going by Rareware. They actually took like all of the assets from the game that they made in 3D and then used this super cool process that was like revolutionary at the time to make it 2D. Now, I don't know how to make 3D graphics, but what I can do is draw a little bit. So with this one, what I decided to do is draw the character in Procreate, which we'll get into next, and then I'll convert that to pixel art. Now, I have said even on this channel that I don't recommend doing that necessarily. What I normally do is I'll either draw something separately and then use that as a reference layer and kind of trace over it, or I'll just draw it directly in pixel art, right? But I figured, what the hell, let's try it. It's donkin' time. All right, so first I'm starting out with a gesture drawing in Procreate. A gesture drawing is really important to just get the flow and the vibe of your character before you get distracted with details. So with what I've already done with this little messy thing, we've got that he's a really strong guy. He's got this power stance going on, feet spread apart, arms spread apart, I think that helps with kind of understanding what you're gonna do before you really do the thing. Speaking of the thing, now I'm sketching over that gesture drawing, just adding in some details. I enjoyed this process a lot because I'm really out of practice with drawing. So, this isn't gonna be like the best drawing in the world. I've been pixeling a lot lately, but this was really fun to do. And now we've got our basic sketch for what we want Donkey Kong to look like. So first I'm coloring him in, starting that out with laying down the flats. I basically just trace what I had before and then, fill in the colors. I've got that original outline really at a low opacity so I can kind of see what I'm doing while I color this in. So take a little time, get all these colors just right. Really like his goofy expression here and the way that this whole general vibe works. And when I colored this, I actually did each section with its own layer. So this isn't all one flat image. I've actually got the hands like on one layer. I've got his body, his arms, his pants, whatever. And the reason that I did that is it makes this next step much easier. So I'm using the multiply and overlay layers to shade these things. And by having each one on its own separate layer, I can shade the arms without messing up the shading on the pants, and I can shade the hands without messing up the shading on the arms. It's a neat little trick that you can do to make stuff a little bit easier. I really struggled with his face, I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't look like super good, so it's gonna need a lot of work as we go. But this is the basic gist of it. Is Donkey Kong in the new style? Let's turn it into pixel art now. In order to do that, first I've got to size him down to the proper size. That itty bitty thing down there, that's the actual size of the original Donkey Kong sprite. So we'll just make him that same size too. Now they're both itty bitty. So what do they look like if we zoom in? Let's see. They look bad. Well, mine does anyway. This is why I said originally that I don't normally do pixel art this way, because resizing makes it look awful. But let's try to make it better, okay? First thing is it's got too many colors, so I'm gonna fix that by taking it down to the proper Super Nintendo limits. So I took this image and I threw it over into GIMP. And I did something called indexed mode that essentially allows you to reduce the color count. So this is taking it down to a max of 15 colors, which is what DK had in the original sprite, and it's worse. So we got some work to do, you guys. Now I've got this thing in Pick Square, and I'm just going through redoing that pixel art, right? And I'm reshaping every single thing on this screen to try to make it look like a monkey and not like a weird alien or Alf or something. It wasn't very good. It was very jumbly and blobbly, right? So I just had to spend hours and hours and hours going through. While I was coloring it, I made sure that I got the highlights and shadows really intense, especially the shadows. Like on DK here, this back arm is just solid black. They do that a lot in that game. Honestly, you wouldn't have to shade that way in 3D. I think they did that on purpose because they wanted to really push the 3D high-res graphics angle that they were going for. So, putting all of those in, reshaping this guy, and now we've reached a checkpoint. And this is where we check on the art and point out the things that are wrong with it. So, first thing that we gotta say is he is too jagged. The face is not there yet. It's still a bad face. It needs some work. And I think he's actually a little bit too small. If the original DK were to stand up, he would be taller than my DK. Let's hop into that. So I'm sanding down the edges. You'll notice I took out his nostrils. Did you see those nostrils here? That was kind of making his face look weird. So those just go, right? Roughing down the sides, making him look just a little better, right? And now from this point, I did make him larger, and because I did that, now he's got a lot of funny pixel blocks that don't quite look smooth like I had him before. So I did have to go through and reshape every single thing on this character, which is fine. You know, I like doing pixel art, but it still was a lot of work, so you gotta do what you gotta do. From this point, the character still looks too young, I think. I think he looks at least like a monkey now, but he's given more Diddy Kong vibes than he is Donkey Kong. I want this guy to look like DK. So, let's fix that face. The biggest problem really was just the size of the mouth. By going through, looking at more pictures of Donkey Kong and trying to figure this out, it's because his mouth was too small. So, make that bigger, shape it out, round it out, and now, yeah, okay, he's Donkey Kong. And this is why it's so important for you to actually do checkpoints while you're working. Go take a break, you know, walk the dogs, come back, look at it the next day if you can, which is what I did. And you can see how much better you can make your art through this process. Now it's time for our next phase. Let's rock. And I said that because that's his little buddy. This is, I guess Odd Rock is the name of the character. The first thing is that DK needs a new pose. I was thinking I was just gonna draw it like up over his shoulder, but his hand's in the way. So I rotated his arm down and just did some work kind of making that look a little bit better. I had to redraw his hand so it would look a little more right. Didn't take too many modifications until I got it to where I thought that it could work. And then it was time to start drawing in Odd Rock, right? Now, Odd Rock, I just started out with a rough blob. I did not do stuff in Procreate first. I just wanted to go ahead and draw it in here. You see how I made DK's eyes? You see, beforehand, I had him looking down, whatever. That was fine in his original pose. But with this new one, I want him to be looking at his friend. And then I'm just going through and adding in the shadows and highlights, making sure that I do keep them really strong, right? I want it to look like this is a shiny rock. And I also, at this point, noticed that the character was a little too rough looking. So I moved that rock bun, and I feel like it just helps it look a little more balanced. And there we go. We got our two little friends here, two best pals. But they need to be somewhere. And where they need to be is Bananza Country, is what I called it. I don't know. So this is what it looks like in the game that's coming up. Really cool, beautiful area. I want it to look like the original Donkey Kong Country game, so of course I'll be redrawing it to look like that. Now, they've been framed here. I've never done it this way before, but I put a big old square frame around them, and I did that for two reasons. One was to make sure that I don't get overwhelmed by the size of the canvas, and two, this actually let me edit areas outside of the visual zone whenever I needed to. So, first I'm just putting in the flat colors in here, adding in this area. Of course, I've added in a gradient background and some little blobbies. and that's the basic idea for what we want to work with. Then I added in new layers, the same way I did in Procreate, but in Pixsquare, you do essentially the same thing. Now I said it's at low opacity on the layers, and what I actually mean is my brush was at a low opacity. I turned my brush down and just drew over and over, and that's essentially the same effect as an airbrush. So drew that in, worked on some different things, you know, added in little rocks down here at the bottom. Now the multiply layers are used for shading to make things darker, but the overlay layers you can use to make things lighter. So I did little highlights along parts of the rocks to give it a little bit more dimension. Then I just, you know, rinse and repeat everything else in the picture. Same basic idea all the way across. I will say normally I would have made the backgrounds more faded because they're in the distance, but in the Donkey Kong Country games, they tend to be really kind of high contrast as well, even though in real life stuff would kind of fade. Now the spoiler warning. I will say, I don't think this is going to be a secret all the way up to the game's release anyway, even apart from the leak, because the thing that leaked was actually like a promo image, and I don't think they would have made that if they weren't planning on actually revealing this character before the game came out anyway. With that being said, here's your last chance. Now I will reveal that it's Master Chief. I'm kidding. How funny would that be? That would be so cool. Actually, it is Pauline. And it's not this version of Pauline, though. It's actually this one right here. Now, it could just be a random kid, but she's got the same eye color, outfit color. I don't know if this game is like a prequel or like a time vortex deal, or she got de-aged, or this is Pauline's kid or grandkid. Both of those options would be weird because that means this is also Mario's kid, right? Also, please don't spoil this in the comments for who this character is. Just put like, if you want to talk about this character, just say like spoiler warning and skip a few lines, and then you can talk about Master Chief or Pauline. All right, so first up is just the rough sketch. I am drawing her on his back the same way that Oddrock was because I think that makes sense. I think she's gonna ride around like Banjo-Kazooie style, I would assume. Again, it's always just a really rough sketch here at the start. I could have just stopped at this point. I always like it, the mid-process things. But I've got her flexing too, the same way that DK is. Cute little pose for them to be doing together. All right, so now I'm coloring her in grayscale, and I labeled this as sculpting because really I feel like that's what grayscale is when you're working with pixel art. Her face is too small to draw, so you're really kind of just carving out the shapes as you go. You can't necessarily draw each individual part. And also I'm trying to figure out how to sculpt like a human within this world. It's a little tough because there are no humans in the Donkey Kong Country games as far as I'm aware, so this is just kind of me working on my best guess for what they may look like. The next step is gonna be colorizing this character, but I also am gonna have to work on her face. It's too much. It's this face. I drew her with that face, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that, and at this point in the process I didn't know how, so I just moved on and went ahead and started coloring using a colorized layer, which Pixsquare has, similar to Procreate and other apps as well. And then I just worked on refining ad nauseum is how I labeled it, because I cannot tell you how many hours this actually took, doing things over and over and over and over. Oddrock pops up in here because I'm working on stealing the colors from that character who is probably her. And then it's back to refining, you know? Redo the shapes, redo the shadows, redo the arms, over and over. But still, it's a fun process to go through, and I tried a lot of different techniques. And at this point, I felt like I was pretty much done with the character. Once I got it to here and I started working on reducing that palette. You don't necessarily always have to go and reduce the color count really, because nobody's gonna go through and count the colors, but I want it to be accurate. So I took those 24 colors, recolored them and reshaded over and over until I got 15 colors. As much as I kind of wanted to be done here, I still don't think I really nailed Pauline being young, or at least like a kid. I think that she looks a little bit like a college age person, so had to go through and kidify her, which for the most part meant making her face smaller so that she would not be so large, right? She's on the back of a giant monkey. Now I also made her arm even smaller than it was before. I didn't want her having any big muscles, right? Because that helps her look older. Like if you go back a little bit, even this, it's the same amount of pixels, but it looks like she's got something there. But if you go through and add that dark line on top, now it looks like she's got like a smaller arm. You know, you can really tell this is a little person who's riding on Donkey Kong's back. And that's it. Let's take a final look at Donkey Kong and Oddrock and Pauline. Pauline. Let's take a final look at Donkey Kong, Oddrock, and Pauline in Bananza Country. This video is one of many where I go through and study different pixel art styles and try to make my own versions of characters and poses and all kinds of stuff. Most recently, I actually was working on the Breath of Fire 4 style. It's an isometric game, and I was trying to design a cyberpunk fisherman, which was a little weird and a fun challenge. So if you're interested in that, check out this video right over here and follow along for more pixel practice. Donkey Kong Bananza. Hey,